You comfy?
Yep.
You good? Okay. Hello!
Perfect.
Hello, I'm Di.
I'm Michael.
And we're MD Blaylock. We're two authors who write together and are married to each other. Because we're so cute like that.
We are cute like that.
I'm working on a sweater. You can tell, right?
She's got the neck line.
This is obviously, yeah, it's the neckline. What are you working on, baby?
I am drawing a character for a D&D campaign.
Mike writes his own D&D campaigns, like for us, and they're fun. I like them a lot.
So do I.
So our channel is primarily for encouragement. We're gonna work on our whatever project we're working on, and chat with you guys and hang out, and it'll be a good time. And hopefully by the end, you can walk out of it feeling like you can handle what you got coming at you. So today we want to talk about sticking to your strengths.
Mm-hmm. It's something we had to kind of learn. A lot of people have asked, how do you write together? How do two people write books together? How does that process work? That's a long story, so we're not going to get too deep into it. But when it started, I had been writing for over 20 years, not published that long, just started writing when I was a teenager. So for a long time it was just me writing, and Di was kind of my sounding board for ideas. Well, she and I watched so many art critique channels, and we wrote together. I was writing and talking to her so many times that she started getting some insight of her own, giving me ideas. Eventually, I finally just said, hey, you want to do this together? Because we're better together than we are apart. But when you do that, you got to kind of decide who does what. Because you can't have two people on the same keyboard. It doesn't work. We've tried.
It got messy.
Very messy. Partly because I've been writing longer, and we just have different styles anyway. So how do you do what you do best and stick to your guns? Well, that's something we've had to really work with and discover for ourselves over and over again. In the last video, Di was talking about how she started writing her own scenes she started taking over certain scenes in the book we're working on, Isaac and Addie. But in this last week, we've had to kind of rethink that, because while it was great and she was doing a good job, it was kind of taking time away from things because she's has another project she's also working on. So that kind of became complicated because she was kind of splitting herself between too many tasks. So we had to talk about it, and we also realized it was kind of making two different styles in one book, and that's not pretty.
Well, the original intent when I was writing those scenes was I was going to emulate your style, but that requires more brain cells. And apparently I can't do that without injecting too much of my own style, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, you're supposed to inject your own style when you write.
Yeah.
So we had to figure out, what do we do? How do we make this work? So I took those scenes back over because I'd already written the bulk of it, and she started joining in afterwards. And on top of that, she's been working on another project, which is good. Good so far. She doesn't think so, but I do. But that one's already in her voice, so she could take over that one and do her own voice, and I could this one take over my voice. But on top of that, one of Di's strengths is having these really interesting ideas. It's like the idea for Isaac and Addie, a vampire who owns a D&D bar, and the human girl who kind of stalks and fangirls over him. It's goofy as heck, and that's totally her. That was her original idea. And this new one she's working on, that's her idea. But where I thrive is overview, is planning. She's a pantser, I'm a plotter. So getting the overall picture is my strength. The other day, she's talking about how, I have a great idea, I don't know what to do with it. So I just started throwing ideas, and she's like, oh, that's it. So we just kind of realized, why don't you work on this book and like be writing it, and I'll help you with the broad overview stuff. Meanwhile, I'll also take over the other part so that you can focus better.
Yeah.
And now both stories are stronger because we stuck to our strengths. When it didn't work, Di was kind of trying to be me, and there are times I've like tried to be her and do it on my own. And that's not going to work either. And
well, we work better when we storyboard together too, because then I'm throwing out all the weird ADHD coded ideas that don't make any sense, but you sit there and refine them.
So we combine our strengths into something better, and that's kind of what the world needs, I think.
I agree. So for you guys at home, what are your strengths? How can you play up your strengths and stop fighting yourself? Because there are always things that you know you're better at and you know you thrive in. What are those things? Because for us, like Mike said, he's better at the planning and the analysis and all that, and I'm better at the wacky, well, what if questions. And we both thrive better in those situations.
And everybody does. There's times you're going to be working out your weaknesses and growing those weaknesses, and there's always it's always a good idea to grow and learn and try to improve.
Oh yeah.
But don't try to be somebody else. That's where
I went wrong with the Addie scenes, because I was trying to be Michael.
That's why I've gone wrong on other projects, or other things in life, trying to be somebody else and not. We've tried to sell books, and I tried to go by certain scripts that other people wrote and suggested, and it just felt so hollow. And I feel like the customers could sense that, so we didn't sell very well.
Yep.
But when I was being myself, we did better.
We did. We always did.
Because nobody likes fakes.
No.
And you don't like to be fake. I don't like to be fake.
No. The world is better when you're yourself.
We need more you. The world's got plenty of everybody else. We need more you.
Yeah. Variety's the spice of life. So, what you have is okay. In fact, it's better than okay.
It's
what
enough.
you have is the best. It is enough. Sometimes it's just right. So, remember, we got this. You got this. This knitting doesn't got this.
She'll get this.
I'll get this. I just gotta show it my strength.
Use your strengths, baby.
Is cursing a strength?
It is for you.
This is what I was working on for the last video, and I finished it.